Okay, we're just going to check the nitrous system, make sure all of the solenoids are working, so, and the micro switch is working. So first thing is I'm gonna check full throttle. So make sure you put some rags in the accelerator pump so you don't flood the engine, because you gotta go wide open. And I'm gonna just turn on the arming switch and make sure I can hear the solenoids clicking. So we'll start with that. Okay, so I heard the solenoids clicking, and then you're gonna just make sure. Okay, I can feel that one. Okay, and then what you wanna do is to make sure the fuel is working, start it up and bring the RPMs a little up, and then activate the micro switch, and then the RPM will drop because the fuel is getting sprayed in. If it doesn't drop, that means the fuel solenoid is not working. So check that. Okay, so I'm gonna start them up. And then arm the solenoids, arm the arming switch. So we go and did fuel solenoid. And nitrous works, but dead fuel solenoid not even clicking. Dead fuel solenoid. Okay, this is the fun part of the test, testing the purge. Make sure all of the lines not leaking. These solenoids is probably like 20 years old as I too, so we'll see. Okay, so ignition on, arm. That works. So we'll see if the fuel solenoid come in time. We're racing. If not, we just help Zaleo. So bottle pressure, you like them about like ideally 950. So this one is pretty good. Like when it gets hot, you like keep them cool, and when it's gets cold, you like warm them up. But ideally you like keep them about 950. But the main thing is, like, just for me, for safety, like when it's at the track, when it's hot, I keep the trunk open. I'm gonna put something to give it shade, and then I usually cover them with like one towel, one cold towel soaked in ice or something. Just keep them. There's a safety disc. It bursts at like 3000 psi, I think. But you just like you want this thing to get over pressurized. So and then nighttime, I don't care. I don't heat it up. I just leave them. And yeah, that's how. I don't really care about bottle pressure, but as long as it's not like super high. If it's real high, I purge some out a little bit. But the main thing is just keeping the bottle. Don't let it like get too hot, because it might be dangerous. And ignition timing, the rule of thumb is retard 2 degrees for every 50 horsepower increase. So this one is like 125 shots, so in theory you should retard it about 5 degrees, and they tell 2 degrees for safety, so it should be like 7, but I've been retarding it 4 degrees through the digital 6 here. What happens is when I hit the micro switch, which activates the solenoids, it sends 12 volts to this and retards the timing at the same time. And you can, there's a dial, I think it's like 1 degree to 9 or 10 degrees you can retard with this box. So that's how I control my timing retard with this digital 6. And then the bottle, the weight, how you keep track of it is so it says like the empty bottle is 14 pounds 12 ounces, and then you put 10 pounds, so it's 24 pounds 12 ounces full. So this one is pretty full, 24.6. this one is 21.5, and this one is 18.9, and I got 3 passes on that one. So the bottles usually last with the 125 shot about 4-5 passes before the consistency drops off. So that's how you monitor it. But I just keep track of it, so I mark, you know, when I go 1 pass I put 1 mark, 1 more pass I put another mark, and then I usually just wait after the race, because I know how much passes I can get out of it. So that's how I keep track of how much passes and how much runs I can get out of 1 bottle.